I don't know what happened to Teresa. None of us know, except for, well, it's not what we don't know about Teresa. It's what we do know. And we know that whatever happened to Teresa didn't happen the way the state presented it in the court of law. That is what didn't happen. That's it. That's textbook case of what didn't happen. So, if we've got these many things in it with all these different rapport and stuff, we're going, no, and the Bate rapport, the 2 counties, Manitowoc County sheriffs, they're over at the dam, the ranger station, Fish and Wildlife. They're there. And they're across the street in the barn, across the street. Those are the 2. So what they did is, we'll surmise, got Scott Taddick pulled out in front of Teresa at the mailboxes, and Bobby Dassey blocked her in. But where's Ryan? Scott didn't do that. Ryan did. So Ryan's over there, and it's Ryan and Bobby. Mike's not involved, and Scott's not involved in the scuffle, Or they are involved, we're just throwing her in the back of Mike's vehicle, Rushed a couple of hired hands, And Scott's there for something for Bobby. Bobby drives off in Teresa's RAV4. It's not Teresa that Steve sees, it's Bobby that Steve sees. Then the green RAV4 is Mike Hallbach and Ryan Hillegrass with Scott driving. And they take off, and the propane guy sees the green Cherokee. That's plausible. Next, Teresa takes a left and goes over and gets snookered into Cuss Road. Well, now your plan is getting a little bit more complicated. It's easier when she goes to leave the property. Yeah, her vehicle left the property, and she left the property in Scott Taddick's green Jeep, whatever it is. And Ryan and Mike are in the back holding Teresa down. Simple as that. And they got Scott, they got Bobby going out there, and then they wait a few minutes and they leave. So it's not suspicious. That's the perfect caper. If you're going to do it at the mailboxes before the bus gets there. Scott Taddick's driving Teresa's vehicle away. Mike Hallbach driving Teresa's vehicle away. All Steve can say is Teresa's 6P3 Deep Jewel Green RAV4 left the property and turned left. Now, that's what we have. So, that makes sense. To get Teresa to go over to Cuss Road and then back in the woods, well, now you got houses and now you got dogs, and those dogs are going to hear Teresa scream, and then woo, the whole kennel will go off. Did the kennel go off? Were all the dogs anxious and shit? Anybody around there would have heard somebody scream their ass off? Okay, then. Now, we got busted windows and shit. So, did they bust the windows? Yeah. Yeah. Where did the windows get busted at? The windows got busted at the mailboxes. Because Teresa locked herself in, and then Bobby smacked the driver's side. And Ryan hit the front windshield. She hit the front windshield to make her so that she wouldn't drive away because she's got a broken windshield, can't see. And Bobby smacked that so he can get into it. So there's two different marks on it. One guy didn't do it all. There it is. There's your crime scene. That's what happened. Right there at the mailboxes. Well, okay, now we get a little bit more convoluted. Okay, down to deer camp. Well, the deer camp, there's a lot of room. You know, you're really not going to box her in. They're going to be doing, you know, like these bumper car shit, you know. Demolition derby trying to get her to stop. Yeah, the mailboxes is a much better setup. The closer it is, the better off you are. So now they got the Cuss Road. Well, the Cuss Road is nothing but a fart. Okay? Whatever Cuss Road is, get the fuck out of here. Okay, Cuss Road. You can be hanging out on Cuss Road in lawn chairs, drinking beer forever, and never figure anything out on Cuss Road. So get the fuck out of here. Don't even let it bother you one bit. It doesn't matter anyway. So then we come back around, and then we got the turnout. We got all this stuff happening in turnout. Well, here's what it is. Why is it out there? Okay, we have cast of characters. The main character going to be Teresa. Teresa and her brother Mike. Mike and her boyfriend. Bolderderm could be involved too. Okay, so we got that clan. And then we got Bobby and we got Scott. Now, what happens with Bobby and Scott and all these people? There's cars going, they're doing musical cars and shit down there, right? Because somebody's got to transfer somebody back, so somebody has to follow somebody in order to transport them back because they need to get out to go get their vehicles that they left wherever they left and get that back. There's a logistics involved. Okay? And we got a map, we got a plan, you know. We got Mind Shock. You can figure this out, right? So, and put all the graphics in and everything like that. Cool. Go for it. So we have them working in the shop. We have Mike, Scott, Bolderderm, we got Scott Taddick, we got Bobby Dassey, we got all these, okay? Everybody there. And who's doing what? Well, Teresa's standing there saying, okay, we need to transfer these tires over to here. So we got one on each tire. It's a pit crew. There's a pit crew. Those are the cast of the characters of the pit crew. And that pit crew is going through these many RAV4s that's in this shop. There's 4 or 5 RAV4s in this shop. And what are they doing? They're doing all this shit to it to change it. They're flipping out one bumper after another bumper or a siding after another siding. They're taking out door handles, putting more different color door handles in, whatever. But each time that we see a RAV4, click, 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 that's a RAV4. Next time we see a RAV4, click, 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 that's a different RAV4, okay? And somebody made it this way with planning. So they worked through the night. Teresa, her brother, Ryan, Scott Bolderderm, we got Bobby Dassey and Scott Taddick are all in there switching shit over, taking bins off, whatever. And then here's this building, this Fish and Game ranger station over there. Okay. The other one is Teresa got snookered, and we go to the ranger station, and they bust her front windshield out and bust the side out, But there's still a lot of room. Okay? There's room to play at the ranger station. You know? You got the mailboxes or the ranger station, but Cuss Road is just meant to be a distraction, a straw man. So don't even think about Kathleen T. Zoner has it going down Cuss Road. Has it right there in broad daylight doing this other stuff. That's stupid. That's stupid. They're in the barn, they're the pit crew, and then they go over here to the house, and then everybody's got to go get their alibis and shit. The cops can't, Manitowoc County sheriffs can't be doing this shit. Okay? Not Andy Colburn's down there, Lieutenant Link, and all those, they're in the barn doing this shit? No, they're not. Who's going to do it? Anybody else going to do it? It was done. Who did it? See? That's the question. It was done. I have demonstrated, other people have demonstrated the differences between the RAV4s. We know there's at least 6 versions of RAV4s. We could say that. Okay, other than Teresa's, everything's a 760 or a K95. We're dealing with 760s and K95s. A 760 can be a K95, and a K95 can be a 760. You just take the panels off, put panels on, decal the rest. It's pretty simple to do. Anybody ever do models, do weathering on models, you know? They got decaled weathering on models, okay? So that's it. Why not? Why does she have to be dead and we don't know what the fuck happened? That's the most likely scenario. Killing Teresa? No. No. Because then, now what? They got all these cars, the cars are done. Now what? We need to get Teresa the fuck out of there and everybody back to their alibis. As if nothing happened, see? So where does Teresa go? Well, she goes over there and they call in, and she's in Lake Orchard Farms retreat. So she's hanging out in the retreat for a while, okay? Well, the news all goes all over the place because she has to leave. Because the family, when this shit was coming out about her, the wild child, whatever, you know, no. The family could not afford Teresa being exposed as a porn queen, okay? Caught up in her own shit is what happened. A married man, very Catholic family and stuff like that, get the fuck out, you know, is really what happened. So Teresa so we have motive for Teresa to fake her death. We have motive. Teresa has lots of motive. Get the hell away from Ryan. That's another motive, okay? So Teresa has motive to stay alive, but fake her death. What, is she just traveling on, minding her own business, not a care in the world, and Stephen Avery going to get $36 million, set his ass up, and all of a sudden he just pops a fuse, okay, for some unknown fucking reason. $36 million worth of anti-motive to kill Teresa. Okay? So, who's so lame to believe this story? Kathleen T. Zoner says, my theory, and we don't accept anybody else's theory. Well, you know what? Your theory is fucked, and Stephen Avery should just basically fire your ass. You know? Because if he's hanging on you for his freedom, he's going to die in prison. And Brendan too, okay? So, you mean to tell me that you spent $220,000 of Stephen's money, and I'm sitting here and I made $10, thank you very much, and I got a letter, and I got $10 cash in it, and I got a newspaper article, you know who you are. Anyway, I made $10 on YouTube so far. And I've come up with all of this shit. why are they hiring hired guns? You know, private investigator, you're a hired gun. This is what you're supposed to do. Well, they scrub that key clean, as if it's Teresa's key. You know, shit. And out of all these years, I never got, hey, Rick, you know, you do some good investigative work. Why don't you come on over and we'll set you up and put you on the team? Huh? I never got that offer. Anybody else, you know? No. I have proven conclusively that Kathleen T. Zellner is a jaded, corrupt hoe, okay? Actually pimp Hoey and Steven out, okay? To the prison system. Yeah. That's it. Because you cannot possibly have not discovered this. And you've been hearing about it for years and years and years. And you're still sticking to your story. That's what your problem is. You're sticking to your story. But you're making Stephen and Brendan stick to it too. You're mentally defunct. You're over legally educated to the point of insanity. Greedy. You got all this money coming in, and if this fucking... Oh, and then you have to cover your ass because of all these years. You go, oh, fuck, Rick's right. Okay, we should have listened to him way back when, you know? So now you're too far into it to change your story. Your fucked up story, your idiotic story, your story that it has zero probability of actually occurring in actual physical fucking world. Other than that, it's a fantasy. And Stephen and Brendan has been in prison all these years based on the fantasies of the blind leading the blind. And that's all that was. Court, everything. Blind leading the blind. Then we got Kratz over there, fucking doctoring the photo. You got a green and a blue one. The green one's Teresa's, the blue one's Kratz. Okay, because it doesn't belong to Toyota. Go to Toyota, try to find that same color. Oh fuck, it lands between here and here. Okay, Toyota didn't paint that thing that color and take a picture of it. All right. No, that's telltale sign of a Photoshop. Telltale sign of a Photoshop right there. It doesn't fit. You know? It doesn't fit. So that's not the original color. Although it's got the same marks on it, the same wear marks and stuff on it. You know? So anyway. Why haven't you hired my ass, you know? I'm for hire. You just go ahead and let me take care of it. And just basically listen to my ass, and then we can get along just fine. Okay? Basically do your frickin' job that you got paid to do. But you're too far along now, man. It's been too many years. It's not the evidence. It's you. You can't change course now. You've been doing this all this time. And what's going to happen is that, oh shit, guess what? Yeah. Every time that Kathleen T. Zellner writes Barb's phone number with Taddish's actual physical numbers, Barb Taddick's number, it's Barb Taddick's number. Does she realize this, or does she know this is covering up? So now corrupt or incompetent. Take your pick. Kathleen T. Zellner is A, corrupt or incompetent. Either one. I don't care. But the fact remains is that she's wrong and won't admit it. We all complain about that. She's wrong and won't admit it. But as long as Stephen Avery has her representing his ass, she's gonna hoe him to the Justice Department, Department of Corrections. And they're ching, ching. Every day he's in there, they're charging you and me. Our taxes are going to them to hold Stephen Avery there. Thus, we are all his jailers. Well, I don't want to be his jailer. He's an obviously innocent man. I have proven that, and that is the end of the fucking story. Why are we still here?